And according to XSplit, we are now live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Curse of Strahd, with less spaces than usual.
Yeah, you dicks.
So yeah, oh, except that it might have been hosting something, I don't know. Yep, I think they've only just got it. But yes, welcome to Curse of Strahd, where we're going to be picking up pretty much where we left off, because we kind of left off mid.
Basically on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, that was the idea. I should probably tweet, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Susie
Yeah, I've been
tweeted.
sat here refreshing my Twitter looking for your tweet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
retweet.
retweeted
I'm gonna retweet Susie's retweet.
Someone retweet Mul's retweet of my retweet.
Alright, hang on.
Let's make this like a retweet chain. Let's do
I
it.
already retweeted you though.
It's okay, I can do it.
Retweetception.
Mul, just looking at the stream right now. What's that pic about that you chose for me?
Oh, that's the one I used when you had to miss a week before.
I have some concerns.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to
You
open up the stream and see which one it is.
You
Yeah, what
chose
is it?
not to use your cam tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, shut up. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference even if I had my cam on, because I kind of look like I should be in a grave.
Oh, Susie.
I find that incredibly hard to believe.
Yeah,
I agree.
well.
And you shouldn't feel pressured to be on cam if you don't want to be.
Yeah. I
The
get
main
yelled at all the
thing is
time.
I don't have a small transparent backed picture of Ilana, which is why I don't have, like I have with the other ones.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Don't mind.
So that is literally why that picture's there, as opposed to what I've got with Anna and Sven.
It's all good. It's kind of apt as well, considering last time.
Yeah.
What is it a picture of?
Oh, it's a
It's-
graveyard.
it's,
Okay, so when we left off last week, you had just finished off dispatching a group of werewolves that were working for the rival and current pack leader of the werewolf pack, Kirill. And during the fight, the Feely, in her new outfit, had flown up into the sky and noticed that there was a weird lump within the dress. She'd pulled the lump out and realised it was a small parcel-esque type thing, covered it all wrapped in paper. She'd unwrapped the paper, and when she looked inside, that's where we stopped things. So, inside the piece of paper is a pendant, which on the end of it is a small, very sky blue rock. It definitely doesn't look like any rock you would have seen before, and it's got a slight sort of glow to it, which implies that it's magical. And on the paper on the inside is also a load of writing. Andy's already read this, but
You want
Do you-
me to read it again?
either you can read it or I can read it. It's up to you.
I don't think Tefili would have read it out loud, but I can read it for the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the group gonna know what it says or no?
Probably not. Well, she'd read over it herself first. And then she'd probably read everything but the last part. So, legend has it, when the day the mists first fell upon the lands of Barovia, there was a flash in the sky that foretold the coming of the curse, and a handful of drops of the sky fell to the earth. They are the last remnants of the power of Father-Son, and protect those who own them. My family has two. One is in Arena's possession. You have proven yourself formidable and capable of actually having a chance to end this curse. Add to this, I could not bear what your failure would mean. So I ask you to take this second one. Let it keep you safe, may it keep you alive. Then maybe when all of this is over, let it be something for us to discuss over dinner and a drink. Ismark.
Ooh, buying you jewelry. Family heirlooms.
Say didn't buy me shit.
Didn't he give her the equivalent of a silmaril right there? Is that what that was? A piece of the sky?
In essence.
Okay.
The reference that got brought up
Jealous.
when I originally showed Angie was the opening to Tangled.
But yeah, if it has like this faint glowing magic-y thing, then I guarantee that Tefili would be like, what the fuck is this shit? And be like, Arcana check, motherfucker.
Okay.
God damn it!
It pretty.
It really is a lovely trinket. I wonder what makes it glow.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point, Charlie. You know, Defili does have a habit of picking up jewellery.
Yeah.
Is she still like 60 feet in the air at this point?
Yes.
Uh-huh. She'd have come down at this point, though. Like, slowly floating down as she's reading the letter.
Casual magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Show off.
A little bit. Well, I guess. Alright, and she'll put it on, because fuck it, why not? It's pretty.
Okay, well, you know what it does, but you're
The
going to
one
have
thing.
to... Yeah, you know the one thing that it does.
Yeah.
But it requires attunement, so you're going to need a short rest before it'll kick in.
This is fine.
Okay, so you've got werewolves, animals, corpses around you.
Shall we loot? If there's anything to loot. Do they return to humanoid form? Or are they still werewolf form?
Sorry?
Do they return to humanoid
They return
form?
to human form, yes.
Okay.
Ew.
Are they naked?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thought so. So they got nothing on them then.
No.
Anna
Well-
wants to ask Emil what the fuck that was all about.
He
Oh,
says,
right, you weren't here.
that was the rival to my leadership of the pack. He obviously took it. My impression is he was responsible for my incarceration so he could take over control.
Strahd must have told him that you escaped then. How else would he know?
It's entirely possible that they were just out hunting. They'd have picked us up earlier than we could have picked them up.
Would you have picked them up earlier if you were in your other form?
Maybe. I probably would have picked them up if I wasn't with you as well.
Oh, are you saying we stink?
I'm not saying you stink, because that implies a negative. I'm saying that everybody has odours, and yours would have gotten in the way of me picking them up.
Well, what shall we do with them? Leave them to rot? Or should we bury them, burn them?
They'll be buried properly, but I'll get my pack to deal with it.
You Steve.
I've obviously missed something.
It's just when
okay.
it says just sense I smell. I'm listening for my pets to see.
Well, after what you went through in Castle Raven, oh, mind you, you've had a night's sleep and stuff, so you probably would have freshened up.
That doesn't mean I'm clean.
I mean, he is, you know.
Nomadic tribe-like, so...
Uh-huh. We'll go with that. That's a nicer way of saying it. But anyway,
Who says Rahadin doesn't have a ghost?
That would imply he has a soul.
That's a fair point.
Anna is
Alright.
very sure that man is very, very dead.
and he will stay dead.
Well,
He will stay very, very dead.
Do you
in
know
all
what?
forms.
I would just like to play devil's advocate for a moment and point out that a prerequisite for being a ghost is being dead.
Right, but a
That's
prerequisite
true.
is also to have a soul.
And there is no way Death would have let him go with all the souls he's pissed off.
Yeah, possibly. But then again, he was the right-hand man for an incredibly powerful spellcaster.
By the way, has Ilana, like, said anything this morning?
Nope.
She didn't even say, oh hey.
Feely's gonna, like, sidle over to Ilana. Look, I know that we're not, like, you know, best friends or anything, but are you alright? You've been really quiet. Normally you're not this quiet.
I'll be fine. I'm just processing.
Okay. Not gonna push anything, but you know.
I appreciate the offer, but I'll be okay. I just didn't realize I would be confronting things like this.
Kinda
And
sucks,
it
doesn't it?
shook me a little, yes. I'll be honest.
Do you understand now why I'm a little more volatile than normal?
I understand I don't agree, but I understand.
I mean, I wasn't asking if you agreed. It was just, you know. Either way. I wanted to check in. Sorry.
We should probably get moving.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Sorry. We just, you know, wanted to make sure that our pocket healer was fine.
For those of
She
you,
gets far helping.
Pocket healer, the woman that's like 6'5".
That's your problem with it.
I mean, for those of you who've been up here before, you're not far from the cave.
No, I just keep like there's nothing there. Everyone's chatting. The Feely's playing with jewelry. I don't care, so I'm just gonna keep going with the meal.
Oh, can I have an Arcana check from you, Stephen?
Yep, sure.
Your
Of
book.
course.
Your book that you've been deciphering.
Yes.
You now feel on the cusp of cracking the cipher.
Oh, baby, I've been learning Dwarvish, so.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
ready to
obviously
go.
that's been helping, but you know, it's a case of you are on the cusp of cracking the cipher on that book.
Dad.
Okay.
That's okay. I've been working at it, so.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, you're heading up to the cave, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, if that's
Okay.
what Emil wants to do.
Well, that was the entire plan. I'm not going to bother bringing the map up because you know you've been there before and all that sort of stuff, and you shouldn't end up in a fight. Never know with you guys though. You know the amount of times you've ended up in fights that I wasn't expecting and avoided fights that I was expecting.
You never know with any group, let's be honest here.
It is true. You know, it was like one of the things that was mentioned on Twitter today because I pointed out that you know I don't really have a good idea where the party's planning to go, so prepping for today was a little tough. And then people said, you know, somebody said, you know, prepare 8 things, and you know they'll come up with the 9th thing, and that's exactly right for DMing.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so you get up to the werewolf cave. As they become on guard when they see you, they obviously recognise you, but they're on guard. Once they see Emil, one of the guards immediately rushes forward and basically starts asking Emil if he's okay. And you get the standard patter of yeah, I'm okay, let's get inside, etc. Blah 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 blah. So you all get so the on guard nature of them goes away. They're a lot more at ease, seeing Emil with you. And as you start making your way through the caves, you turn around one of the corners just as
That name's not coming to me.
What's her name?
Is this something?
Begins with a Z.
Yeah. One sec.
Just say girlfriend.
Zenyatta.
Is everyone dead?
No, I've got the name. Give me a sec.
Experience tranquility.
It is Zuleika.
Zuleika. Ah.
Or Zuleika, or whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it.
Zuleika.
Tornescu? Her name, Zuleika Tornescu.
That's the one. Is walking down the corridor or that. Emil and her see each other, and you get, the expected rush, hug, etc. of them reuniting. Can I get perception checks?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Kinda
Oh, man.
there, Alana.
I just find it amazing that, that's a 9.
A crit fail and it's a 9.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying,
Heyo.
Okay, Defili and Hatchie, you can tell that they're whispering to each other. You don't get the exact...
Oh shit, I don't have observant. Damn it!
Oh shit, I do
Well,
and I didn't see it.
You can't see their lips properly because of the way that they're hugging.
Fine.
I'm just saying.
I know.
The whole thing about lip reading is being able to see the mouth.
Yeah.
This DM, huh? Doesn't let you read lips, doesn't let me put my shield down and ride the stairs like Captain America. I mean, jeez.
Just in character, it's fine.
The sass.
Okay, so you can't make out all the words and stuff, but the impression you get is that apart from them being happy to see each other, that Emil is
His new name is Email.
is trying to get to the bottom of what deal Zuleika made. Zuleika. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
I think it's an I, like EI as an I.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're going with like German pronunciations like Vokta.
Yeah, I mean, because they're a little bit all over the place with exact regional namings in.
They are.
Yeah, it's just Europe.
I mean, it is mostly Eastern Europe, mostly, a little bit of Central. Apparently, it's time to play with Ariel on my desk.
It's like, Daddy, use this monster, quick.
Okay, so, they're like that for, like a minute with the hugs and all that sort of stuff. They eventually drop the embrace and turn to you. Zuleika says, thank you so much.
I understand what it feels like to want to be reunited with someone.
And obviously, I gave you my word, I will follow through to it. You'll no longer be hindered by any of the wolves of this pack while you travel through Barovia. But be known that there are other wolves.
I have a request.
Of course.
And she's gonna pull out the leather from Lauren's armor.
Yes.
If you come across someone who smells like this, would you let me know?
Of course. Your brother.
He's not with us at the moment, and
I did wonder.
and
What
I
happened?
don't know. He was apparently a fucking moron and decided he was going to take things into his own hands and That's well, I'm assuming at least, because it seems like something he would do. I know my brother. And he just up and vanished. Apparently some hunters saw him, but...
Do you know where?
Did
He gave
they
you a
tell?
rough idea.
Yeah,
And
she
it
would
wouldn't
just,
have been
she would
Good old
relay that.
Swalish road,
And it
wasn't
wouldn't
it?
have been too far from here, because remember, you're just on the other side of the lake by Velaki.
It was at the
Right.
fork to go to Barovia.
Well, no, that was the last time.
That was when
That was the
he
last
lost his tracks.
Yeah.
That's not... I don't think that's where the hunters saw him.
But yeah, remember, you got Velaki, then you got the lake, then you've got the foothills to the mountains just north of that. So you're
Right,
not
she would
too far.
relay where she was told he was.
I'll tell you what, I'll do you one better. If you're willing to part with the leather for a small time, I'll send a couple of my best scouts down to that location, and they'll get to the bottom of it far better than any of Velaki's hunters.
She'll press her lips to the leather and then hand it over.
Emil takes it from you, and he's the one that goes off and starts talking to a couple of the werewolves just down a cavern way a bit, and you can see them starting to prepare to take stuff out. If we find anything, where's the best place to find you?
Anna, whichever. Do you mind if
Yeah.
do you mind if I have them return to your house? Should they find him?
That would be fine.
Are you sure? I don't want to impose. It's just
Well, I'm not sure I'd recommend a werewolf in Velaki, but
Emil seemed to walk around just fine.
Emil had company. Yes, it's fine.
Would you suggest somewhere else?
No, it's fine. You have nowhere else.
Releases children from cages? What?
Don't you
Oh,
remember?
no,
The
yeah,
bad
yeah.
werewolf had them all in cages.
That's in another area of the caves.
Ben's
Not
like
actually.
wandered off to go find the children.
Right?
Yeah, I'm.
He's like
you know,
bored now.
I'm totally after saving people. I go to the kids and I'm like, hello.
Emil would have seen you go off to start doing this, and he'll follow you, and he follows through on the promise that was made, and he also tells you, he helps you undo the cages, and says to you, I'll make sure that they are all returned to their villagers. You have my word.
That's good.
Anna will give the werewolves her address.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said a fur dress, and I was like, what?
Made
Took
from
me a
the wolf skins of all the wolves she's slain.
Yeah, it just took me a second to go, oh! So yeah, okay.
And then she's gonna go find Sven. She's done.
Do they still have the shrine here to Mother
Yes.
Night? Okay.
That's
I will
where
wander
Sven is
off
at the moment.
and just go say a prayer there because that's the closest thing I've got right now to
Okay.
Salune.
You do
I'll do the
feel
same.
a slightly better connection
Yeah.
while here because, there is a link between the pantheons and all that sort of stuff, and it would be the equivalent.
Yeah.
So it would probably bring you a small amount of peace of mind.
Yeah, and she does
Having-
like a really tiny little stealth cry while she's doing it. She's just processing, man.
Roll
I
for
notice
stealth cry.
Because I'm joining to pray with you, so would I notice that? Because the first
What?
words of my prayer, I'm going to utter it out loud and go back, I can't believe you really cursed me.
I don't know, if you were looking, you'd probably notice it.
I'll just give you a second and then put an arm around and comfort you for a bit. Tell you that I'm shook by it as well.
I'll just, I just accept it. I'm not like pulling away or anything, just in silence still, doing my biz, praying and stuff. Thanks, Hachi.
Does Echo start singing like the seagull from The Little Mermaid?
No, Echo's fucking breakfast if he does.
La 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 la. Don't be sorry.
Wait, that's more Sven, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, Sven would totally turn into a bird and
Don't
start
be
setting
scared,
that
yeah.
up.
Jesus Christ.
Can't
Oh,
take me anywhere. I'm sorry.
It is relatively amusing. You've got Sven, who's been making deals with undead, and Anna, who's been making deals with werewolves.
I know, she's literally just invited them to her house. Biggest internal crisis right now. Having just been ambushed in the woods by some of them.
Okay. Oh,
The world is topsy-turvy in Strahd.
She had a werewolf in her guest room.
she's banging a bird guy though. I mean, come on.
Hey now, no judging.
But we judge werewolves, is that how it is? I
Yeah.
see.
Ah, hypocrite.
Have you seen Sven sneak into someone's room at night and kill them? Ha! Have you seen him spying on people through windows with red beady eyes? Ha!
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he was spying through my window once. That might have just been Kevin though.
Your new furniture is lovely, by the way.
In his little tiny hut.
So like it says, as I said, you know, you have my aid against Strahd. What is your plan now?
Is that just to Sven?
No, actually the only ones that would be there at the moment would be, no, because Anna walked, actually it's just Ophelia there.
Yeah, it's just Daffy there.
Everybody else walked off.
Oh
Well-
God, what have we done? What have we done?
We left
Really-
them in a den of wolves.
Defili's just kind of like, well, I think. Honestly, we were told that there are pros and cons to gathering more allies, but you know, I think we should gather more forces to ourselves before we try to storm the castle, as it were. So we're probably going to check on. Oh shit! I don't recall any birds. Oh, we should probably look into that. She's just muttering out loud now at this point.
She's looking at you kind of like,
So we it's a long story, a very long story.
okay. Well, I will do you
Either
the
way, I
biggest
think we need to
favour.
gather allies.
We will do you the biggest favour we can in the meantime, in that we will not change our regular patterns. So from the outside, Strahd will think we are still with him.
Did he have any strong connection to Emil?
He doesn't care as long as the wolves work for him.
Okay, so like there was no
He-
like mental connection. He wouldn't probably be aware that Emil is dead.
Kirill.
Emil.
No, Bill's
Emil is the
boyfriend.
good guy.
Oh yeah,
Kirill
Kirill.
is
You
the
knew what I meant.
shit
You knew what I
bag.
meant. You knew what I meant. Yes, Kirill. Kirill. Yes, I'm sorry.
Daffy's racist. Oh, y'all look alike.
He may find out relatively easily and all that sort of stuff, but as far as I think the only reason Strahd sided with Kirill is that
Kirill was ambitious.
Kirill was allowed to go, was willing to go further in his service to Strahd.
Wait, hold on. Further in his service to Strahd.
Like I mentioned, in increasing the pack size, he was far more ruthless in his tactics than Emil was.
So hold on. You're telling me that you were working for him in the first place?
Yes, I explained that to you when you first came here.
I was a little distracted. I'm sorry.
We've always worked for Strahd. It's more a matter of survival for most of us.
Okay, I understand that.
So, as I said, the best favour we can do for you right now until you're ready is to carry on like we always have.
Are you aware of any other uh, shapeshifters, as it were, in the land, or is it just you?
There are feral wolves, lost to madness, that roam the woods.
Mm-hmm.
There are rumours of ravens,
Okay.
although all we've seen is rumours.
I just figure it's good to know whether or not there are other shapeshifters in the land, you know, just in case. You never know.
Bravia's not too big a place. That is what I know of in terms of shapeshifters. There are obviously other threats. I mean, you've got the druids.
Right.
Who
Oh, and there's
worship
that
ra-
Marvelous Saga bitch.
Yeah.
Any advice for her?
Be very careful.
Okay.
If there's an intellect in Barovia that will match Strahd's, it's her.
Is there any way that we could possibly turn her away from Strahd?
I honestly do not know. I do not know her motivations. I just know that she exists as a separate entity. I've never heard of any direct direct thing between her and Strahd. But
Okay.
she has her own agenda.
I wonder if we can use that to our advantage. Appreciate it, by the way. Where the fuck did everyone else go? Why am I the only one here?
I think they went in the direction of the temple.
All of them. Fuck. That's what I get for getting distracted again. I really need to be more perceptive. You mind if I follow after?
Oh, absolutely. I'll come with you.
Alright.
I have a question, Angie.
Yeah. Me?
Where is Daffy keeping her necklace?
She's wearing it right now.
Okay.
Visibly or underneath the dress?
Well, is the dress high-necked?
I wouldn't say it was hugely high neck. You could hide it if you wished, depending on
She
how
probably would hide it.
you want. Okay.
Between thy bountiful bosoms.
She doesn't have the big boobs!
No, I was
Yeah,
just
so
thinking
people would be able to see the chain, but they wouldn't be able to see what's on the end of it.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking because meta-wise it was pieces of Father Day,
Father-son.
right?
Yeah,
Father-son.
father-son.
And they're in a
Sun and
temple with
Moon
Mother
work
Night.
together, though.
Yeah, but from the mythology, while they were opposites, they weren't adversaries.
I was gonna say, Sun and Moon typically, in most folklore, work together.
Right, I was just curious as to where it was.
Yeah, no, I'm
Hard.
just pointing out that it's not like going to cause offence. To have
Oh no, I
something
wasn't
to-
thinking like that. I was
Okay,
just
cool.
curious. Yeah. It's meta. I don't even know she has it. I know she has jewelry. That's it.
Okay, so you all meet up in the shrine to Mother Night, which is where all the cages have been let out. The kids are finally beginning to realise that they're no longer in danger. And, beginning to get some sort of... They're still scared, but they're not, terrified.
Does Anna recognize any of them from Valaki?
No.
That's good.
After her prayers, Alana would have kicked into full mum mode and is trying to help the kids and help them calm down. And if any of them are injured, she'll be doing first aid on them. She's not wasting spell slots on them, but
Okay, cool. So after a little bit of time, they're all good. This will bring us up to... Because you all got up relatively late in the morning, travel time, blah, 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 blah. You're probably talking about 1, 2 p.m. now.
And it's a few hours back, right?
Back to where?
Valaki.
Probably about an hour.
That's not too bad.
It depends, on exactly which path you go and all that sort of stuff and how lucky you get with the woodland overgrowth. as to exactly how long it'll take. But yeah, between an hour or two.
Just out of character a second, the werewolves will probably know about this wizard we heard about.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I mean, he's supposed to have come from near here.
Yeah. So if there's anyone to ask about rumors of a wizard, these are the guys to ask.
Hint,
Just out of
Hatchy,
character.
hint.
Nah, he's not going to push that on anybody yet. That's not wouldn't be in his nature. He's concerned with the Martikov's safety at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the bird family being hurt. So yeah, no, it's not something that he would be even bringing up.
I'm crying a little bit.
Why?
Oh, no.
That happens to a lot of books. You want to see my player's handbook? Here's
I'm just saying
the front cover.
Wizards could do better with the people they get to bind their books.
Here's a
If
few
you send
pages
it back,
in,
they'll
and
send you a
that
new
is
one.
Wizard. I'm missing all the classes.
Oh, Jesus.
They're like over here somewhere.
They're all in your mind, Stevie.
He did that on purpose, though. He just ripped them out. He's like, useless.
Yeah, I don't need
I
these.
just need Wizard.
It makes
true.
it easier to find if it's the only class in the book.
True.
Okay, so all the children are sorted out.
Yeah, we're all together, and now I think we're all just trying to discuss our next move.
Mm-hmm.
Sven's like, so some of us wanted to know about the wizard. He kind of gestures
Sven.
towards the wizard.
I mean, I've been thinking about it since the Martikovs mentioned it. I did try and push the time for us to go to Mount Bartok instead of Argynvostholt or Kresk, but if you have any information, then that's fine. But with more pressing matters, so if you have anything that we could use at a later date, I would appreciate it.
Well, the only thing that fits that description I can think of near here is up in the mountains there is a mad individual who has arcane ability.
There's a mad arcane caster in the mountains, like now, like alive, or there was.
Defili's just gonna wave.
Is
Yes, and just to confirm, it's not the Feely.
Oh.
well, she's not quite in the mountains, is she? We're in the foothills.
Well, we.
She's mad enough that her sphere of influence covers the mountains.
I mean, we stumble across him occasionally on our patrols. We keep our distance. He's got the power to take us on, which is to say something.
Okay, then
But he
you could give me like a. Yeah.
He is definitely not playing with a full deck.
That's understandable, though. Can you give me like a rough estimate from here to there in terms of time or direction?
Come with me. He leads you outside.
Yeah.
Basically points up into the mountain. He said, you're talking probably about 3-4 hours journey in that region over there in the mountains.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Like I said, it's not always the same place. We just come across him in the mountains.
Okay, yeah, I dig that. That sounds like my kind of guy.
This is Emil that's
yeah,
helping
thank
you, by the way.
Yeah. No,
Are you okay,
I
Angie?
appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'm
me and Bill out here, looking up to the mountains. 100% told you it would go perfectly well. The escape worked 100%.
Well, I'm home.
Yeah, well, now we've just got to hope all the rest of the consecutive plans all go 100% too, and that we don't die.
He leans in close to you, giving you the only two hearing goes, look, I'm not going to stop my mate from following through on her promise. But if something happens to her, and he gives you a knowing look.
Yeah, if she's involved in any sort of combat where I am, her protection becomes one of my jobs. I don't do combat and fighting. I stop people from getting hurt as best I can. So you can trust that that will be one of my jobs. And should anything happen, you can hold me personally responsible, not the party.
Believe me, I will.
Well, I appreciate that. I like a guy who's just straight up honest.
Saying that, we will do what we can to help.
That's grand. Well, we're going to need it because that castle was massive and
You have no idea.
I don't think I want to have an idea, to be honest, Emil. I just want to get... If we can get him out of the castle, that would be great. That would make me very happy. I would rather not have to find my way through that place in his home turf, if you know what I mean. Although I know this is all his home turf. But yeah, I think the rest will be itching to get moving.
Okay.
Let's head in and get them rounded up and get them out.
Well, our normal patrol areas would take you down to, just past Valaki and stuff, so you can probably find that you'll be relatively safe in the woods in our lands.
Mommy's got to do it, darling.
Well, that's a relief because I hate traveling that road
Daddy's busy, sweetheart.
between the towns. It's the worst.
Isn't that where your windmill is?
Yes, look. My windmill is off the road. It's prime property. But yeah, I'll just go inside and try to round everybody up.
The only concern you may have is should any of the pack still hold loyalty to Kirill.
And if they do and they attack and we fight back, are you going to be okay with that?
As far as I'm concerned, anything you do in self-defense is fair.
Okay, it'll be in self-defense.
You're a big bubba now. You've got noodles, carrots, and
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
okay. Careful, because they might be hot.
Checking in with the
Is that good?
holy one.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
So I don't know where Sven went. I don't know where Anna is.
Okay, at the moment you went to join the temple, and I'm pretty sure that's where everybody else was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Chai said that Anna was going to where Sven was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're
so
all-
at the moment, all of you are in the temple except for Hachi, who went outside to get the information on the wizard. So yeah, the kids are all sorted now. They promised to return them to their villages.
I've still got that book of creepy toy designs, so I'm like sat with the children going, actually, no, that's not how you would really execute someone, children. This is a very inaccurate toy. It's nice, inaccurate, but nice.
When I get in and hear that, I start
Lana!
illusioning them to be like fluffy rainbows. Like spam minor illusions as much as I can.
Ilana, who are you?
Somebody, I want you to use the Twitch clipping stuff to get Angie's face and reaction to all this, please.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just educating the children. I feel like education
They
is
don't need
important.
to be educated on that.
Plate
Well,
with a spoon.
maybe you're right. But they were toys designed by Linsky, and he's quite popular, so...
I don't know why it's put.
Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
I want to go home.
But
Like, you've been in Barovia too long, Ilana.
probably.
Anna's kind of impatiently pacing at like the back with her arms crossed. She is not happy about being in the werewolf den. It just gives her the creeps.
You did it, Stevie.
If we've no more, if we've no more business here, then I think maybe we should go check on some other friends.
That's amazing. Sorry.
I think that's the second time I've had to panic spam minor illusion to save people being exposed to that hard book.
No, but that clip, the clip that you just shared, it's just the fact that Andy was fixing her makeup and then suddenly the head pops up with that look on the face.
I wasn't doing my makeup.
All right, okay. Well, whatever you were doing off with your head down there.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, let's.
You don't know where I at? No.
That's true.
Now I know why this game was listed as mature, and I had to click it was okay.
Let's make tracks. When I get in and hear that, I start.
Or not.
Yes, moving swiftly on.
Yeah, Hachi's just gonna be like, everybody follow me and just leave.
Okay, that's going to have to be Gift.
Yeah, I
If
think
you're
so
supposed to
too.
do that. It has to be Gift. Okay, so you're heading off, yeah?
Yes.
Right, are you going
And we're heading off to the Mardikovs, right? Like,
Are you
to the
going
vineyard?
straight to the winery, or are you going to go via Valaki?
Well,
Safest via Valaki, I think, yes.
Well, you'd be going straight past Valaki. The question is whether you're going in.
how much time do we have till nightfall?
8 hours-ish?
So we could get there and back to Velaki in theory, right? Before it's dark.
In theory.
Well, even if not, in theory, they are our friends.
Yeah, so we could
So-
crash there.
Yeah, they've given you guest rooms before.
All of it's in theory. We don't even know if they're there right now. We have to go.
Well, Anna's probably going straight there. She doesn't have a reason to stop at Velaki.
We're going just to the vineyard then.
Okay. You start heading off, and you reach the vineyard. It's
What carrots?
mid to late afternoon when you reach there. The one thing you notice as you're moving up to the vineyard is, unlike the last time you were here when they were actually starting getting back into business, you can't see anyone. There's no sign of battle or anything like that.
No birds anywhere.
No. If you remember the first time you came, where it was all quiet outside with the exception of the scarecrows and stuff, because everybody was inside hiding. They were all hiding. It's kind of like that. There's no signs of battle or anything like that, but you can't see any of the people. There's nobody in
Is
the
there
fields.
like a wine cart here, or like what Erwin would have used to travel here?
Remember, they do have the stable.
Yeah, round to the I do remember they had that, but I didn't know if there
the
was maybe one out
entrance-
in the open or anything.
Leading up from the road, I don't believe you'd be able to see the entrance to the. Let me bring it up.
Also, they can fly.
True, but it would have maybe made sense to take empty barrels with him or something.
Yeah,
Because we don't know why he went.
The entrance.
And Anna knows they do wine trade, so.
The entrance to the area where a wagon would be pulled up to is on the other side of the house.
Yeah. That's right, it drops down, I remember the map now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so as we're approaching the grounds, Sven would have turned to the group and been like, I'll be around. And just kind of given a nod to Anna and to Hachi before shifting to hybrid and immediately start patrolling.
Okay, as you go up, make a perception check.
Use a spoon.
Yep. As you go up, and it doesn't take long after you get high enough to be able to see properly over the top of the building. You can see about 300, 400 yards away in a small clearing just on the northern side of the building. You can see what appears to be a dozen humanoid forms stood around off in the distance, and on the trees, just on the trees at the edge of this clearing, it's pretty much like the canopy has turned black with the amount of ravens that are sat there.
So then Sven will gesture to the rest of the group. He doesn't want to yell, but he wants to gesture where he's headed and then start flying over there.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Following wherever people go.
Okay.
Yeah, following.
It doesn't take long, as I said, it's only like 300, 400 yards. Sven, you get there. Actually, your fly speed's not actually that, is actually about the same speed as everybody's walking speed, so.
My fly is 50, my
It's 50.
walking is 25. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get there relatively quickly, and as you get closer and closer, with every wing beat you get closer, it becomes more and more apparent that what's going on is some sort of funerary rite.
Oh shit.
Which is why I pressed F to pay respects.
He'll hasten there, but as he starts to get within landing, he'll slow down drastically to not make an impression. I don't want to, like, dramatic superhero landing. I want to land like 15, 20 feet back and then slowly walk up, now that I can see that they're not in immediate danger.
Okay. By the time you get there, the rest of them, you're just over halfway. Actually, about the halfway point, because you had to go around the house to where they are, and it's starting to dawn on you guys the same thing, the way they're all stood around. I mean, all the ravens are silent. You would never expect ravens in this sort of numbers to be quiet for any other reason. And as you start, you land. Are you turning back to human?
No, I'm staying.
Okay. You'll notice they are all in human form.
Well then, yeah, I'll shift.
Okay. You notice as you get closer, make a straight wisdom check.
Just Sven?
Just Sven, yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. You can't, as you're approaching, you glance from figure to figure, trying to get an idea of why they're having a funeral, and you can't put your finger on who's missing. You know someone's missing, but you can't put your finger on who.
Yeah, I'll just stay silent until I see people change activity. I won't disrespect what's going on or try and interrupt.
Okay, well, as you get closer, you hear, what's his name? Davian. Davian's voice going through pretty standard funeral rites. They're a little bit more dire and, depressing than from your homelands, but, what do you expect in Barovia?
He's the eldest Moskov, right?
Yeah, he's the
Yeah, he's
father.
the dad.
Okay.
I was just checking my notes for that too. I was like, which one is Davian? What about the rest
That
of
one.
us when we get up there?
That one was Davian.
Right.
Sorry?
As the rest of us get up there, can we try and figure it
Yeah,
out?
you can do the perception checks.
Perception or wisdom?
Sorry, wisdom, yes. As you're, while you're still approaching and Sven's standing there, Davian's doing the funeral rites, and from the tempo and all that sort of stuff, you get the impression that they're almost at a close of, the ceremony. Okay. Ilana. Okay. Oh, right, okay, cool. You didn't roll,
Oh, yeah.
Anna. Cool,
Don't
because
just put it in your spoon there.
you don't know them all
She
anyway.
wasn't
So
here yet.
you know the family.
Anna does know them.
No,
Yeah, I
you know the family, but you don't know all of them.
No, I don't
'Cause
know all of
the
them.
group met all of them that first night.
Yeah.
Well, everyone that stays at the winery. However, Ilana, you realise that the one who is missing is Elvir, Davian's youngest son.
Right. I'm like not interrupting the service or anything. I'll stay silent and just kind of wait until it's a really opportune moment where I could just whisper to the other guys, you know, who's missing.
Okay, and as the rest of you get up there, it gets to the point where the prayer ends, and almost as one, all the immediate family take a step forward and place a single feather on the pyre. At which point they step back, and Davian, who last time you saw him, you know, you knew he was old and all that sort of stuff, but he had a force and a determination to him, you know, which kept him held high and all that sort of stuff. He is a broken man right now.
Have you eaten all your noodles?
Is his wife nearby?
You're gonna eat your piece of chicken?
Uh,
No? One piece of chicken.
he didn't have a wife.
Oh, I thought he did.
No,
No, he had
his
his
youngest
daughter
daughter
or
was
something.
married to someone,
Right.
and his middle son, Erwin from town, had a wife.
Where? So
Erwin's there.
it's Erwin's here. Okay. Probably would go over and speak to Erwin once everything's done.
Yeah, so that all happens, and you know, Davian, you know, broken shell of what you saw before, lights up a torch, and then goes and lights the pyre. After about another minute of people just standing around there, they all start to disperse, one by one.
Hold on, Baba.
Depending
Unless,
on
Sven wants to talk.
Davian will probably be the last one to leave. Other than that, you see the ones that have got the kids. They're among the first to leave because they're taking the kids off to get them away from this.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Owen backs off, but he doesn't actually leave. He's just kind of standing like 20 feet away out of his father's sight line, but just watching him.
Okay.
Sven would slowly walk up and just stand by the father in silence.
When you stand next to him, you do notice a small shift of movement as he glances over to see who it is, at which point his attention goes back to the pyre and he just stares.
Defili's gonna move over to Erwin, and she's gonna be like, "I'm really, truly sorry for your loss."
Thank you.
Do you mind me asking who?
I think you know the answer to that.
Defili didn't roll high enough.
Oh, right, sorry. No, he's jumped to a different conclusion.
So, Strahd.
Make a
You
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean Hawkward?
Oh, Angie.
That was awful.
Or Squawkwood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who? did you lose?
He says, Elvir, my little brother.
As an elder sister, my heart goes out to you.
I hadn't spoken to him in 4 years.
Understand how that goes as well. It doesn't make the loss any easier. In fact, I think it would make it even harder. But I don't think that his death will go unavenged.
Just answer me one thing. Was the trip to the castle worth it?
I think so. We discovered a fair bit and hopefully weakened him.
Okay. I'm pretty sure my father wanted to talk in more details, but not out here.
I don't want to rush him.
If I know him, he'll be here till sunset.
Is there anything we can do to make this easier? Aside from, the obvious and destroy Strahd. That's already part of the plan.
Only time heals these wounds. But yes, let us get you back to the house. We are Masterkoffs after all. We are known throughout Barovia as hosts. And basically gestures towards the house.
Mum was coming.
She's gonna turn to the others.
Okay,
The
so
Hachi's just following people, yeah.
So who's going to be staying up at the funerary thing and who's going to be going back to the house?
I'll stay at the funeral thing.
Yeah, I'll stick with Hachi at the funeral at the
Okay.
pyre.
Which one do you want to stay, darling?
Okay, well, generally speaking, what happens is there's still another couple of hours of daylight left, and Davian just does not move throughout that entire time. Every once in a while, a member from the household walks up the hill just to make sure he's okay. They don't engage, but they just turn around and go back to the house.
So, Mole,
Yeah?
oh, sorry. Just before you fast forward too much time here, on the conversation of awkward, Sven would have wanted to see, rolling inside right now, to see if his standing beside is actually having a positive impact, because if he seems irritated or doesn't want me there at all, Sven would want to respect his wishes and let
The
him
impression you get, especially with that role, is your presence is making absolutely no difference whatsoever. It's like he's blanked the world around him out. Yeah, he's almost as though he's in a fugue state, but not quite.
Alright, then, it's hard to do the voice and sound serious, so I'm just gonna say talk normal because it just sounds ridiculous. Sven would just say that this loss of life is their fault, and he'll do whatever it takes to make things right.
He turns his head, looks you square in the eyes. He nods and just lets out the single word, later. And then turns back to the pyre.
Sven will nod then and head back to the house.
Are the rest of you going with him?
No, I'm gonna stay about 30 feet back, silent sentinel until he feels ready to go inside too.
Okay.
Anna's seen enough funerals. The second the party starts moving away, she moves away.
Okay, cool. So who's staying?
I am as well.
Okay, cool. Right, back at the house, you get that really strange transition from everybody being really upset. So then, some food being brought out, and then, then the stories start. And, you get the slow transition to the jokes and all that sort of stuff.
Like, remember that time when he did that thing and it was, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I know about that, yeah.
So, there's definitely a heavy thing to the air, but these are a people that are used to loss. They live in Barovia after all. So, and, they've got a constant supply of wine. So, of which you will notice a bottle that's brought out to the tables that you haven't seen yet in Barovia.
Darling, Daddy is busy.
Tefili's so sad right now.
About the wine, not about the tragedy, about the wine.
No, she's sad about it all.
But mostly the wine.
No, it's just like on top of the kid like being killed. She's like, I can't even like properly drink to him.
I know I've told you the names of them before, but they had the 3 wines, but they haven't been able to make one of them for quite some time.
Yeah, you did, but I didn't write down what it was called.
I didn't either because I'm a piece of shit.
Right. You're out then.
But basically, they've... Oh, here we are. You've got the unremarkable purple grape mash number 3, which is what you get everywhere. Then you've got the more expensive red dragon crush. And basically, they've brought out a few bottles of something you haven't seen before, which is labelled Champagne de la Stomp.
No,
And
no.
you can tell by the bottles and all that sort of stuff that these are old. Nobody's opened them yet, though. They've been brought out. So, yeah, there's wine available to you, and food. People are, perfectly happy with small talk, telling stories and all that sort of stuff. Eventually, at dusk, Davian does return, and he walks through the door, and takes a couple of steps. A few seconds later, you see almost a transformation in him. Like he's basically bringing himself together, and he basically calls for the champagne to be opened, and he says, "Right, now we celebrate my boy." At which point it kicks off into a much more party-like atmosphere. He does stop briefly to address you all and says, "Tonight we celebrate my boy. You will stay with us and we will discuss business in the morning." If that is amenable.
Tefili's looking to Sven in this situation, to be honest.
Trying not to quote the Princess Bride, but he totally just say "as you wish."
So yeah, the rest of the evening is spent with vast quantities of wine, a load of really good food. It looks like they're basically forgetting about the ideas of potentially having problems of replacing stuff, and they're just letting it all down. You also see a few more people that you haven't seen before. The impression you get is that you might well have seen them before, but as ravens. It's a fairly decent night, and when it comes time for people to start retiring, you are offered, like before, actually, yeah, it was 2 bedrooms. That was last time, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because last time I know that the twins shared one. And I can't remember where Sven slept.
Hachi was on the porch.
Yeah,
I
Hatcher was
stayed
on the
on the
porch,
porch.
and then and then it was the Holy Bros who shared the other room because Alana was meditating.
Alana stayed on the porch as well.
All right, okay. So, how are you guys going to separate things up this time round?
I'm staying on the porch.
I
again.
will point out that once it starts getting to night, it does start raining. The porch is covered, but still, it's going to
Yeah,
be.
I'm
Before
Sleep
we
staying
get
won't
to
be
porch.
as
this
comfortable.
point, I just want to say, like, Anna would have gone and found like one of the Martikov she knows and just spoken quietly with them,
Okay.
just about general things, because she hasn't seen them in a few days.
From an age perspective, you probably would have known Elvir quite well, especially when you were younger.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of having like, not distancing herself from the party, but she'd go and like specifically talk to someone she knew about stuff. And drink.
I think Feely would have found a quiet corner just to observe.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to take us into a quick break and we'll deal with the night and the next day when I get back. Do you guys want to pop AFK or do you want to keep chatting on stream?
I might AFK because I need a drink, but
Yeah,
Okay,
same.
Yeah, I was
I will
actually gonna
take
do
us
the
to
same.
the offline screen then. We'll be back in a minute, folks. And we're back. And stuff. And I didn't put my hat on today. Yay! I got more hosts.
Yep.
Okay, so the rest of the night. Okay, at night, who's sleeping where? Ilana and Hatch, are you going on the porch? Yeah.
Yeah, might as
Well-
well.
Yeah, okay.
What about the other three? There's two bedrooms.
Back to the TV and wiggle wiggling. Back to the TV then. What's real going?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that the couple would take a bedroom, so the Phelia's probably going to be on her own.
Okay.
Sven would ask if Daffy would want to be on her own or not.
If Daffy would want to be on her own,
Yeah.
she's fine with being on her own.
All right. Well, then Sven would check on everyone before heading back to the bedroom with Anna.
Okay.
Hey, chicken pumper.
Before the night, what Hachi's intending to do is just set up and just watch out over the vineyard with Echo paying attention, and he's going to do basically a first watch shift up for himself to try and keep an eye to make sure nothing happens.
Okay. Right. During the night, many things.
Oh boy.
Angie. You know what I'm going to ask, don't you?
Hang on, does she have to do wild magic tantrum checks while she's sleeping now? Is this a new development?
No, this is the whole... Okay. You still dream, but it's not the same dream as before.
Back from the TV.
It's one of those dreams. You find yourself in in a romantic embrace. It feels good.
It's a nice little reprieve.
More hands than you're expecting.
Wait, what?
I just nearly spat water everywhere. Thanks for that roll.
As though you are with two people.
Oh.
Oh, I want to wash my brain.
Don't make it the sister.
And you know,
I
basically,
bet I can guess who it is.
as things
Oh, I'm
go
pretty
about,
sure I know who it is.
as things go about, you know, you get to see the faces and all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure if I should say it or whether I should just whisper it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Karen and Ismark.
Yeah.
Mm.
And towards the end of the dream, it pans out even further, and
Oh god.
in the distance is the wolf, just
God
watching.
damn it! At least it wasn't more and just like, I will murder!
He's just sat in my head, like his eyes wide as he's trying to mentally scrub images out.
Okay, can
That
I
was a dark
have
stare.
constitution checks from Anna and Sven? And this has got nothing to do with getting jiggy with it.
No,
You say so.
Na 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 na.
Get jiggy with it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
No, this
Like in
was
the
to,
next
this,
group.
this was to figure out who fell asleep first.
Oh yeah.
Sven, can I get a perception check, please?
Wow.
Today.
Wow.
To be
Okay.
fair, I have 0 to wisdom, so
Still.
You're the least wise pally ever.
And he's a bird.
Okay, with that, I will say that as you're about to doze off, there's something which seems slightly off, but you can't put your finger on it. And then you doze off. Probably just
Fair.
being in Barovia.
That's
Yeah,
odd,
saying,
yeah.
Welcome to Barovia.
Okay, nothing else happens throughout the evening unless people want to do stuff? No? Okay. Following morning, you wake up whenever you wake up. Let's find out who wakes up first. What would be a good roll to see who wakes up first?
Take it we get the effects of a long rest because I already clicked the button.
Yes, you do. Let's just do the Constitution check again. See who wakes up first. This time it's going to be the higher one wakes up first. No. I meant between Anna and Sven.
Oh, okay.
Apparently there's a sleeping competition in our bedroom.
There's a good reason for it. Okay. You wake up first and you can see Anna next to you. Make another perception check.
Goody.
Strahd.
Oh my god, how freaky would that be?
We
We all know Alana's Strahd. DM already confirmed it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sven,
Yes.
she isn't breathing.
Wait, what?
So just because Sven would know what else to do. Oh my god, it's gone from my sheet. Oh, there it is.
Same thing.
Heal your girlfriend or anything.
Same thing you've been getting for a while. There is something off, but you're not sensing anything specific.
So Sven checks for a pulse.
There is no pulse. Can I have a Constitution saving throw from Anna? You wake up. To have Sven checking your pulse.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello. Why don't you breathe?
I do.
She is now breathing.
And she breathes as an example of breathing.
Sven just stands there kind of in silence, making that face like, oh, you're right, but...
Is he math leading right now? He's so
yeah,
math leading.
he's
Be-
math
Yes!
leading.
Bear in mind, you still have her wrist checking her pulse, and there is not one.
Okay. You have no heartbeat, no pulse.
Are you sure you're checking right? And she's like gonna grab her own wrist.
You do not find a pulse.
She's gonna check her neck.
Same thing.
Maybe it's just very faint.
Mm-hmm.
Sven puts his head to her chest in a non-sexual way and tries to listen for a heartbeat.
Make a perception check.
And the boobies overtake Sven.
You cannot hear a heartbeat.
Are you okay?
Anna's just gonna push him off him and get out of bed. No, him off of her. Get out of bed and like get dressed. I'm fine.
Sven just follows her around and like keeps trying to heal her. Just lay on hands for 5 points, pause, lay on hands for 5.
You can
Ben, I'm fine.
you can spend the points,
Really?
but you do not see any effect.
Yeah, no, I'll mark it on the sheet too that I spent the points. I'm not the cheater.
Whoa, that's brilliant.
I probably should have done these checks before, but I'm going to put it down to that the other times you've shared a bed, you probably were a little too busy with something else.
If
Presumptuous.
you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. If you are a magical creature, Sven's okay. I don't judge, but we should talk about this.
What if she's undead?
I already did the thing. I would think
I'm a normal
Make-
human being, Sven.
Make a
Now
wisdom
leave me
check.
alone, and she is gonna stomp off.
Sven,
Uh-oh, it's their first fight.
Yeah.
make a
Wisdom
wisdom
check.
check.
I clicked it. Man, that's like.
Okay.
If she, do you storm out of the room, Anna?
Yeah, she literally leaves. Once she's dressed, she leaves.
All right. Well, when I'm standing there, butt naked, just confused math lady face, I pull out the sword and went, "Do you get anything?"
What do you mean, do I get anything?
Do you sense something different with? I don't know.
There's something strange about her life force.
Strange as in non-existent.
In that there is no signs of necromancy, yet she isn't alive.
Sven's eyes widen and he just sits down.
You've been banging a corpse.
Angela!
Fuck's sake, Angie.
It's like the reverse of Twilight.
You know what? I now want to clip Andy saying you've been banging a corpse and combine it with the other clip from earlier.
That is the chance you've been banging a corpse.
I swear to God, Hachi, if I come downstairs and I say, "Where did Anna go?" and you say, "Who's Anna?" I might kill you.
That would be a fine way to go.
Yeah,
Just, there's never been
just as
an
you're
Anna,
about to do your
Sven.
final death throw and fall to the
Who's
floor dead, you
Anna?
just go, worth it.
Sorry?
No, I'm just saying, just as you're about to, do your final death throw, fall to the floor dead after Sven's killed you, you just go, worth it. Okay, so yeah, everybody eventually wakes up and starts gathering downstairs, where you are provided breakfast.
Yes.
I take my breakfast back upstairs and go back out to the porch and continue watching.
So, Charlie, I'm
Yeah.
guessing you've probably got a bit of a perturbed face on right now.
What?
A perturbed expression.
Yeah, she has a come within 10 feet of me and I'm gonna rip your head off face on. As she's like grumpily eating whatever food she has and trying to process what the fuck's going on.
How long until you actually go downstairs, Sven?
Probably a solid 10 minutes.
Sven is so confused he forgets to get dressed.
My armor's on backwards. No, I'll
I
get
changed it.
dressed.
Oh, on Twitter it shows as Epic Manager Season.
I
Oh,
could
it's a
sw-
weird cookie cache thing. On
Never mind.
No, I definitely changed it before,
Okay.
and I probably need to. I don't have Nightbot, that's why you can't do that.
Well, fine.
Yes, so everybody seems normal except for Sven when he finally arrives, and Anna. Anna
Who's
looks.
extra pissed this morning.
Defili might have a little bit of an extra flush to her cheeks.
Almost a glow. Okay, that
Oh, boy.
smirk was a yes.
I actually inhaled some tea there. Thank you.
Roll wisdom to see if you remember that Sven was in the dream too. No, I'm just kidding. Just if you look up from the wolf in the tree, there was Sven.
There was a hawk watching the whole scene.
the one thing I will say, Angie, is this dream was vivid.
Creepy.
You can't see it right now, but I'm wiggling my eyebrows.
Whose dream was vivid?
Yours.
Yours.
Oh,
As in,
As
Strahd
in-
really was outside your window, just twiggling his eyebrows, as Susie just mentioned.
Well, you know, the other dreams you've had with the wolf in and all that sort of stuff, you've woken up and part of you has known it was a dream, but you still felt that invasiveness of Strahd entering it. This time, you got this horrible feeling that Strahd had nothing to do with planting it.
turns out Tefili's not an exhibitionist.
You never know how the subconscious works.
Ugh.
So yeah, one by one, I'm going to kill all my players.
I genuinely nearly choked on water earlier.
I did choke on the tea.
So you're all having breakfast, and I
Yes,
believe you're
it's
due a discussion.
delightful.
I'll be right back. Just grab a drink.
It's probably not the most awkward breakfast we've ever had.
It's
Up
probably
there
true.
now. We're in the house of people that have just lost a family member. Two of them have had a massive fight this morning. One of them is still thinking about the sexy dream they had.
No, she's like occasionally shuddering because, like, you know, the whole invasive thing, just like, just see her like just every now and then.
So at this point, does Alana see everyone else's misery and just like perk up a little bit? Like, oh, everyone else is fucked up
I
too.
have company now.
She's... Wow.
Misery loves company.
So yeah, discuss.
Is there any
Yes,
wine?
Sven-
Davian's not up yet.
Sven would have grabbed food and then tried to sit beside Anna if she would have allowed, and then just would have been like, "I'm sorry if I've upset you."
Ilana?
Did I say
No,
Alana?
Anna.
Anna.
Meant to
Oh,
say
I
I
heard
Anna.
said
Alana.
Anna.
I can hear.
Boy, would Alana be confused.
Did you put that illusion in there?
Anna would let him sit down. She is clearly not in the mood for talking about it. And she's
Then I-
currently trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And casually, like under the table, she's gonna reach and see if she can feel the pulse.
Sorry, you reach under the table and what?
See if she can feel the pulse.
There is no pulse.
She's gonna look around for some wine. She's in the mood for wine with breakfast this morning.
One of the things you notice, you know, while you're really fixating on it is, yes, you're breathing, but it's very erratic and almost forced.
Like a force of habit.
Okay, Stevie.
She's gonna finish breakfast, and if there is no wine around, she's gonna go outside. And
You're-
as she gets up to leave, she'll turn and just be like, "I'm fine." Like really, really convincingly, "I'm fine."
Typical woman.
The narrator, she wasn't.
And neither was Sven.
Kevin, do you
That's
remember what I
fine.
said to you during the week in Skype?
During the week?
Yes. How your time for being fucked with was coming.
Yes.
Hey now, you didn't message me that.
Dude, I'm just happy I showed up and the entire family wasn't wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be
Dude,
honest.
that's totally what I was expecting. Then when you said 12 human bodies are over the thing, I'm like, yeah, they're done.
So, after some
Did
time,
Anna find wine or no?
you're in a winery. Of course, you can find wine.
Good. That wine is going with her.
I take it you're going to take the slightly better stuff, not the really good stuff, but the slightly better
Yeah,
stuff.
like
Okay.
the averagey stuff.
The medium
The
grade.
red dragon.
To be fair, though, Mole, you might be torturing Charlie more than you're torturing me.
Maybe.
He's definitely torturing Anna. Charlie's
Okay.
just trying not to choke on things.
Okay, so eventually Davian comes down. He grabs some breakfast. He seems much better than he was last night. The impression you get is that this is a guy who deals with what has to be dealt with and very rarely lets the walls down. So while he still doesn't seem okay, he definitely looks like somebody who's actually capable of, you know, activity.
Disgusting thing.
So, Erwin tells me your trip to the castle was worth it.
We found some things and recovered a couple of important things, actually.
And how much closer to defeating Strahd does this bring you?
It's a good question. Honestly, I think... Personally, I think we're closer than we were by quite a few leagues, if you will.
I will be forthright. After last night, I have concerns that Strahd might be able to put together our identities. Sorry, not last night. You know, after that night. We may have lost the benefit of secrecy.
Ophelia is suddenly super, super suspicious. Now
What do you
she's
feel
looking
is
at
the
the
next
pendant.
step?
Basically, he goes on to explain. For those that you know, that of you that know shapeshifters, when we pass away, we will revert to our human form. Elvir was a scout. He was sent off as a raven to check out the area. All evidence suggests that he was killed by Strahd. So if he saw him as both raven and human, it's only going to be a matter of time until he finds out exactly who he was, which therefore leads into the rest of us. The question is how much time and effort he's going to devote to this.
Come on, back on the TV, please, Bella.
How much trouble do you give him?
The ravens have always been a concern of Strahd's.
So what exactly do you know of anything that happened? So he was just... How did you find him?
Well, when he wasn't where we were expecting him to meet him, we went through the route that he was supposed to go to check out the lay of the land, and he was there. You see a bit of a tear welling up in his eye.
How far from the castle was this?
Oh, it was far away. You know, as we said, we were going to cause a distraction. We just messed around with a few things that we knew he held dear, near a set of ruins to the south. I think it's to the south. One sec. Yep, to the south.
And you don't think this is Baba Saga?
No. Like I said, we were going to cause a distraction for Strahd. That is where we focused our attention. We just wanted to get him out of the castle so you could look around. And we succeeded. I just don't know how he would have been upon my son so quickly.
So this is over the table talk. Do the Markovs know of Baba Saga's connection to Strahd?
I believe it was Davian that said to you along the lines of Babala Saga considering herself Strahd's mother.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I thought we figured that out in the wolves' den, because we figured out nursemaid was the same as mother, and Lauren figured it out.
Yeah.
And it was when I wasn't here, which would have been in the wolves' den.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I
He
had
told
that
us
note.
to.
Oh, did Davian say too? Okay.
He told us to.
Yeah, basically it was all a lot cryptic and a lot more vague, so it was basically putting bits and pieces from multiple
Right,
sources
right, right.
together.
Okay. I mean, I didn't mind if you told us. That's fine. That's just what I remembered.
Well, remember, because he was Captain Exposition.
Right.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. So that came out at the same time.
Yeah, it's a complex to the south. We don't know why Strahd cares about it. We just know he does.
Anna. And is it Anna or Anna?
Either. It's fine.
Okay. Do you know of anything to the south?
You mean Anna that's outside downing bottles of wine?
Oh, well, fuck's sake. God damn it. Yeah, never mind. Stop
Sorry.
splitting the party!
I mean, for the most part, those parts of Barovia are barren. There's nothing there. You know, that's why I think in the southwest is why Babala Saga set up there. More to the east is these ruins. To the far east is just woods and woodlands on the outskirts of Barovia. Most of the civilization is in the northern parts of the lands.
So Sven would ask if they have a safe place to go to.
When it comes to Strahd, there aren't really safe places. What I'm saying is, there's a timer. Basically,
it's always fun.
The longer that passes, the more likely he is to put things together and he will take plans against us. However, if he is distracted by your activities, it will take him longer. We do not know how long until he'll put it together. We're going to work on plans to keep my family safe. I just bring this up because we are allies in this effort. And I feel honesty, no matter how self-serving it may be, is important. I don't want to put another son in the ground.
Sven would agree, and I don't know. I guess I'd just kind of look to the group to see how they're going, but I would let them know that my goals have shifted to basically just be, let's kill Baba, and then immediately get our two big allies together and go after Strahd before we lose one of them.
One thing you may want to consider. It was a matter of maybe 10 minutes between us revealing ourselves and Strahd's minions coming for us. Those ruins have to be important. I don't know if they're important enough that they will aid you in taking out Strahd. But he places value on it.
And I'm wondering how much value he places on Baba Lysaga as well. If we take out Baba, that would be potentially a severe blow to him, and
Honestly,
who
I
knows?
do not know. I do not know what links they actually have, if any.
I'm just saying, if there is a strong connection there, that might cause him to retaliate even harsher. And if he knows about the Martikovs already, if we're going to take her out, we need to basically go right after him.
At this point, Anna's gonna come back in and she'll hear the conversation and she'll sulkily sit down, and Charlie will be reminded of all the sulking she has previously done in this game.
I will.
Aw.
I will say, I don't think Strahd knows who we are. He just has the information to put it together. So while I think it's important to get to him before he figures it out, I don't think it's a case of he's going to be coming at us straight away.
Either way, I don't want to take the chance of putting you all in danger because we rushed to go nix his nurse mother. Nursemaid, whatever.
For as long as I've been alive, I've never known of any direct meeting between the two. I know she considers him important. I don't know how he views her.
All right, Alana, what do you think?
Well, keeping the Matikov safe is obviously a very high priority. Those ruins intrigue me.
Ruins?
If it warranted that much of a response, there's something there.
Defila would catch Anna up on what the ruins are.
If there's something there and we can get under his skin, if we can catch him off guard, push him off balance somehow, then that gives us an edge.
I still think we need to look into this wizard as well.
Yes, the wizard as well. He could just be a raving madman, but he also could be very powerful and useful.
She's trying to get everything on my desk and I'm not letting her. Okay, so...
Do the ruins ring any bells, Mel?
Not really.
Okay.
You know that the lands to the south, full of beasties.
Yeah, they're kind of wild shitholes, right?
Yeah. You know, it's the places that civilized people won't go. You know, it's dangerous enough inside the towns and around the towns, but to go down there, you're pretty much inviting death.
So basically we were just told the ravens went there and then 10 minutes later Strahd rocked up.
Yeah.
So a good place to catch a monster. But the mountains
Clearly,
are
we're
to the
not
north,
supposed to
right?
go there.
So we've got 2 different directions to go, plus Baba Lysaga, who we've just been told probably has nothing to do with Strahd. But we know she cares for Strahd, and we don't really want someone else rocking up if we're about to have a fight with him.
That is also true.
And the other 2 things are in 2 different directions, north to the wizard and then south to the ruins. But we know that Strahd rocked up to the ruins really quickly last time, so if we go there, we might find allies, we might find him. Anna's in the mood to go and kill something, so...
I
Whichever.
feel like Hachi's gonna go on a solo quest here in a second.
I'm not there. Hachi is upstairs at the
Hachi went back up the porch.
eating breakfast on the porch, keeping watch.
well, all these ideas you're having sound valid. I don't know
Barber's
what,
the closest, right?
but
Geographically.
geographically, yes. Probably wouldn't take too much longer to get to the ruins, and then slightly longer than that to get to Mount Bartok. On an out of character level, you still haven't been a Kresk, which
Well, whatever we do, there's a timer running, and we know that Strahd can probably find us whenever he fancies it, so...
yeah, I'm just saying on a meta level, there's Kresk, which has something there which rang a lot of bells with Alana.
Yep, I want to go to Kresk.
Suddenly
And it's gonna look
switches.
Press.
Well,
No, that wasn't Alana, that was Susie, but... we do still need to go to Kresk, then. As Alana.
I mean, what you'd know about Kresk, Anna, is Kresk is probably the most heavily fortified and defensible against Strahd. Of all the villages in Barovia, if Strahd was going to attack with the plan of wiping them out, Kresk would last the longest.
Ooh.
We really want to lure Strahd to murder an entire village just because
No,
of there.
I'm
No.
just pointing out, you know, what you
Yeah,
know
yeah, I
of
get it, I get that,
Kresk.
yeah.
That might be a good place for the Martikovs, though. Until we deal with their problem.
It's not a bad idea. Although I know the Markovs are awfully attached to their winery.
They're a bit more attached to their lives.
Agreed.
We can't just leave the winery. The impact that the wine we produce has for the people of Barovia is
So
one of the few
What
things.
would you like to do then?
It's very noble, but you can't make wine when you're dead.
I would like an escape plan, but other than that, we need to stay here. If we need to bolt somewhere to go that's safe and hidden, that would be great.
There's nothing new about fearing death in Barovia. Well, we can strike against Baba Lysaga, and that could end in an ally being destroyed for Strahd. We could seek information in the mountains and spend a day doing that and have the time pass. Or we could go directly south and walk into who knows what. Or there's Kresk. And she looks like sideways at Lana.
I notice. Side-eye you right back.
Side eye off.
Ben would also let the Martikovs know that we have secured allies in the wolves.
Interesting.
Why do you say it like that?
I never thought I would find a day where I was fighting on the same side as a wolf.
Anna raises the empty bottle of wine to that.
I'm side-eyeing fucking everyone at this table right now.
I haven't done shit!
Dicks.
Sven
I just
will
kind
also...
of like
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
clear my throat and make my holy symbol really fucking visible.
Anna's gonna get up and she's gonna go and get Hachi because apparently the group needs to make a decision.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Well, she's kind of done. She just wants to kill something this morning to prove she's alive. So. Anna will go and get Hachi and quickly fill him in what she knows. And ask if he wants to come down.
Sorry, with what you know, is this just the Bartikov related stuff or the other thing?
The ruins. She'll tell
Okay.
Hachi about the ruins. No, she's not talking about the other thing. The other thing isn't real. Shut up. I'm fine.
Has anyone seen the movie Hancock? Really bad Will Smith movie.
Yes.
You know-
Well, really
You
bad.
know the
and-
scene where he figures out Charlize Theron has powers and starts like hitting her with shit?
Yeah.
I feel like Sven's is gonna start like poking Anna, like with it. Does this hurt? Needle, you know, something like
That's a
that.
really good way to lose an arm. With how she
yeah,
come down.
yeah, if I'm summoned, I'll come. So I come down. What seems to be the issue? Everyone's super tense, obviously. People are side-eyeing each other.
Actually, just because of how ridiculous your score is, Bill,
Yeah.
roll perception.
Roll perception.
Yeah.
Someone else in the winery
Okay.
for breathing.
No. I was just going to say, that if she got a really high number on an actual dice roll, she might have actually picked up on your laboured breathing going in and out of stuff. But that wasn't high
I
enough.
breathe.
Damn it. Damn it.
No, everybody else doesn't have high enough perception scores to pick up on it full stop, which is why it was just Bill that got the roll.
Alright, so Hachi knows, just so you know, Hachi knows about the ruins and basically the conversation up to this point.
Okay, and you wanted me here for an opinion or a direction or...
Well, you have as much right to an opinion as the rest of us in deciding what's next.
I can give my opinion on what I would do strategically if I was commanding the herd, if I was scouting the area. I can tell you what I would do then, but I'm not sure. I would attack Baba Lysaga. I would draw Baba Lysaga as near to the ruins as I could. I would kill Baba Lysaga, but not too close to the ruins. I would retreat, rest up and heal up, return, pull Baba Lysaga's body, or whatever it actually is, into the ruins while we torment whatever it is to get Strahd's attention, and hopefully the body of Baba Lysaga might infuriate him enough so that he himself comes there. In that case, we might even get a chance to fight him, which would require us to use a spell or two to inform the werewolves the night before and the Mardikovs if they wish to fight. That perhaps we could have combat with Strahd by provoking him out of his castle, where we don't have to deal with the castle structure itself. That's what I would do. Now, can I finish my breakfast and continue watch?
Anna nods.
Yeah? Everybody okay? Sven, Alana,
Yep.
Sophie? You're muted,
Oh, didn't
aren't
we
you?
all wake up
For
out on the
God's
side of the
sake,
bed?
I switched my goddamn fucking button. Do you just not like hanging out with us?
Something like that, yeah. Totally. No, that was sarcasm.
I didn't know
I'm
you
just-
were capable of that.
Very mild and very rarely.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, just I'm thinking about things and I think better when I'm alone or in the quiet, and I would rather be up there. Is that okay? Call me when you're leaving, obviously. Then I'll just leave since no one's saying anything, and I'll just go back up,
Okay.
continue my work.
Okay, cool. So, do you have a plan?
I agree with Hachi, and it would give the Martikovs and your wolf friends chance to decide what they wish to do.
I'm sorry. I have to say it. I think our plan is to just wing it.
Oh. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. It's the first thing that came to mind.
I want to ring the
Like, when
bell
you're
and
on
go,
Mardikov's,
shame,
like, please don't kill me.
shame.
Oof.
Well, Hachi gave you his plan, or what he would do, so...
And Anna's pretty much just agreed to that plan. And given the Markovs an out if they want to not join in. And I think she's going to go and pack our stuff because she feels ready to go now. She doesn't know where we're going, but she's ready to go now.
No, I think what Hachi said makes sense tactically. And if we can, you know, cleanse this land of something, that'll make me feel bad today.
Well, the Babylon Saga also has the benefit of she's definitely got one of the gems from the
Yep.
Yep.
winery.
And we suspect her to be behind the attacks on the winery, right?
Well, no, they know Babylon Saga sent the scarecrows, and they know
Yeah.
that she has one of the magical gems.
And we know that she likes Strahd, even if he doesn't care for her one way or the
Yes.
other, which we don't know. So she would probably pick on the Markovs first, since she's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found the witch.
Oh.
Okay, well, I think it's time for another quick break. Let people stretch their legs, etc., 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 and I can tell my daughter to stop harassing me. So yeah, I'm going to take us to the other screen, and we'll be back in a minute, folks.
Come on, Sven.
Okay, we're
Nope.
back.
Better than
Do
before.
you have anything to improve your wisdom?
That'll do.
No, I have my saving throws are increased by
Oh, that's
an
right.
additional +3. That's it.
Okay.
That's right.
No, that's good enough. The thing that will occur to you with your ability to sense things that are off, that nagging feeling, where something's slightly off but you're not actually sensing something, did start about the time you met Anna.
Oh, I knew that already.
I'm just confirming it.
Yeah.
So we're back. We're live.
Yes, we're back. We're live.
So what's the decision we made while I was gone?
I'm gonna fuck up Bagel Saga with a
Yeah.
switch in music.
You know, if I had to have guessed, I probably would have gone with Babylon Saga, but I know that if I'd prepared it all, you would have picked something else.
We would have gone to the mountains. What Kresk? Alright, so I guess unless anything else comes up before we leave, we're on the road to Babylon Saga.
Yes.
Gonna
Okay.
kill the witch.
Before you leave, Davian says that, they're going to be spending some effort trying to find a safe place. If you find something which is going to be safe as a bolt hole location, to, let them know. Basically, their plan is to work as normal, but if the shit hits the fan, then they'll leave. Because they consider their charge of keeping the spirits of the everyday people up seriously. Okay, now if you look at your map,
Do we want to stop in Vallaki kind of on our way
Yes.
to pick up any supplies?
it's
Yes, we
kind
do.
of the opposite
What's
direction.
supplies?
Wait, is Babylon Saga not?
Babylon Saga's to the south, Valaki's to the north. They're both a bit to the west.
Yeah,
East.
but the winery is like east or west
If
of
you see that
Vallaki,
open
in the
patch,
south.
you see that open patch on the far east end of the map, around about the middle, where you've got those
On the
dotted
far-
roads, just northwest of the Spalich Woods type.
Yes.
That open patch, that's the winery.
Oh, so the winery is. I have been thinking the winery was the other way towards where Kresk was.
No.
Wait, where are we looking at now?
On the map.
Yeah, I
On
thought the
the-
winery was just
In
below
the handout.
Crest,
Yeah,
where it
Right,
says Raven
right.
River.
Nope.
That looks like a vineyard there.
because we
It's-
went south
At least
to the
I think
circle.
that's right. I'm going to double check it, but I could be wrong. But
Yeah, we went south from the winery to go to that circle, and that circle is Yesterhill.
yeah, which is the
Yeah,
one
that's what
thing
I
down
thought.
to if you follow that road to the south on the dotted line.
Yeah, on
that's
the-
hill.
Yeah, that's
Far west.
Yesterhill.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep, that is definitely that patch I was talking about is definitely the winery. That's Yesterhill below it, and the ruins you are looking for are. Okay, you see the red dotted line almost in the middle of the map.
Yar, that's following the river from Luna Lake.
Yeah, from Luna River. Basically, if you go to Vallaki, follow the main road west, it then branches, in a crossroads. You take the south one, and then it turns into the dotted road, and follow that all the way to the bottom. That's where you have been told that Babylon Saga is.
Oh.
So it's
So I'm
south
gonna-
and
If
east
I'll say
of it's east southeast of the winery.
Right, but it's only going to be like an hour or so out of our way, right, to get back to Valaki.
Yeah, unless you wanted to cut cross country. If you follow the road, yes.
I mean, it's
It
only
wouldn't
if
be
people
much.
want to go get supplies, which I have a feeling Hachi does. And I know Anna only has 18 crossbow bolts right now. But that's
I
not the
feel like
worst
you can get
thing.
some crossbow bolts.
I mean, it's not the worst thing, it's just if we did want a supply before we go and have a fight.
Well, no, I mean it's not going to be if you go by road, it's not going to be much out of the way whatsoever to go to Valaki.
Basically,
The question's whether
what
you wanna-
I've been. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a question of whether you want to go by road, which is obviously longer because you can see that, or if you want to go cross country. The truth is, depending on terrain, cross country could take just as long and have more gribblies involved.
Yeah.
Would Hachi have any idea of what I've been messaging you for Ismark? Do I reckon he would have it yet?
He's had a day.
Yeah, I figure that would be long enough for a resourceful young man like him.
Oh, please, when has he been useful in any way? Not salty.
He gave Defilia a Silmaril, so... so like that would decide if Hachi thinks it's long enough, that would decide whether I would want to push Valaki or not.
You know, I'm beginning to think Charlie might have mixed up Arena and Ismark.
Yeah, Ismark's been a beast.
Only when his
Arena's-
sister's concerned.
Arena's been the one that gets into shit.
Oh yeah, I know Arena gets the shit.
So you're going to go back to Valaki then?
Well, not going through the wilds is one of the first things we were told not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, you're talking probably half hour, maybe an hour tops diversion to go to Valaki and get what you want done there.
Well, plus there's always the movement rule in the book about pushing your mounts and vehicles for up to an hour to increase their speed. So,
Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to do it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if we're really worried about time, for
Alright, let's
at least
think about-
1 hour, we can really increase the speed of the horses and just push it.
Yeah, it's not time I'm worried about. I just don't want to pull us too far to the way for no reason. But it is safer, so I say we just absolutely bolt it.
Alright, to Valaki. Susie?
Yep.
Angie?
Yeah.
Before we all take off, everybody getting set ready to go, I give Sven a sheet of parchment with arcane runes written on it, and tell him that when combat starts to use it to activate it, you can assign the word. Same to who did I say? Same to Anna, the same spell, and then one to Alana, and I tell Sven and Anna that that's a spell of haste for you to use, and Alana that's the spell of dispel magic, which won't cost you anything to cast. It comes off mines. So if anyone gets in any troubles, you're the one to. I hope you're the one who'll be alive.
Basically, it's one shot as though you were casting it yourself.
Right.
Although I believe it uses all of Stevie's numbers and stats and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, for like
Yeah.
DCs and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kevin, are you good with Valaki?
Yeah, I just follow the group. He's ready to charge, so.
Alright.
Okay, so you get back to Valaki pretty quick. You know, during the day, the roads, especially the main ones, aren't much of a problem. You're going to Ismark's.
Yes.
Okay, you get there. Is anybody else going with him?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with them, yeah.
Okay, you go to the door. It's Ismark that answers it. He opens the door for you. You catch a small smile as he notices Defili.
Defili's just gonna just try really hard to keep the flush from her face.
Oh, what kind of save's that going to be?
Charisma?
Constitution, maybe?
No, I think charisma is probably better,
A
which is
charisma
also
save?
better for, which is actually better for you.
I mean, I have Constitution and Charisma, so either one works for me, but yeah. Is Sven with us?
Sven's on BRB.
I imagine he wouldn't stray far from Anna.
You just want to know if you got the +3, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that his thing.
Yeah, I really wish I had the +3.
Okay, you don't go full beet red, but you do definitely get some colour to your cheeks.
Never go full Dana White. Yeah, so this work before we left the other day, I had a request for you. Have you been able to locate what I was looking for?
Yes, I have.
I have
there's a
100
box.
gold for you.
He basically, box on the side there. He points to the other side of the room because he's got the open door and you've got a little, what are they called? The little side table things that you keep by the door. They're on there. There's a little box. He points over to it because he's letting you guys in, so he can't reach across. And he goes right there.
Absolutely perfect. I just walk in, grab it, and pull out the pouch with 100 and give it to him because it was definitely in a pouch because I only had 1 gold and Sven gave me the 100. So
yep. He goes.
Yeah, perfect.
He nods and he goes. Hopefully they'll do the trick for you. Basically, just had to call round some of the other noble houses.
Absolutely brilliant. I owe you one.
No problem. Is there anything else we can do for you?
We're kind of in a rush, but the others are off getting stuff. Anything you guys need, Alana or Defili?
No, I just came here to see how red the feely went.
Understandable.
Okay, that was obviously meta.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have perception checks to see if people see the red. I'm guessing you're going to try and hide it, right?
What? Hang on.
Angie.
What now?
I'm guessing you're going to try and hide it, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay, deception.
I have the observant feat though, so I never miss anything.
That's 2 10s in a row. Fuck, you rolled 20.
Yes!
Wow.
I noticed, and I have no idea of what social situations are.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell Ismark that I think she likes him. I'm gonna
And
point it out too, like really obviously and really like unacceptably.
Ismark looks
She's
quite
red.
uncomfortable.
She's red.
He
Man.
pushes your hand down and says, "Another time."
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I've got what I came for. Thanks very much, man. I'm out.
Well, it was good to see you. I'm gonna leave now.
He just looks.
I
He
stand
looks you
there
square in the eyes and just goes, "I completely understand."
And she turns around and walks away.
I wonder if he noticed that she was wearing it.
Before I leave, I just clap his mark on the shoulder and give him like a mum smile, and then just walk away.
I was fully expecting it to be like a sympathetic smile, like Godspeed to you, man.
That's kind of what it was, the smile where you press your lips together really close, the white person smile.
Is that like more of I'm sorry that you had to deal with Hachi trying to decipher a social situation, or I'm sorry that it's the feeling you chose to like and now you're probably dead from a fire explosion?
Okay, no, not those. Why not those?
All of the above.
So yeah, I'm just wandering off.
Okay. And then I'm guessing you're going to be popping via Anna's to pick up the last few bits and pieces of supplies.
Literally anything that is in that cellar that isn't going to weigh us down is coming with us.
Well, you're going to have to pick.
Well, I can't remember what's left in there anymore.
I
We've
said
had
there
pretty
was.
much
I said
everything,
there was.
right?
There was basic stuff in there from the player's handbook, but you got the really cool stuff already. You've still got some more bolts because you've been stockpiling those for a long while.
Is there any holy water left?
No, you picked all of the holy water up.
Damn it. Are there any cow traps or traps left?
No, but you haven't used the ones that you did have.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take the bolts. Look around, see if there's anything like sword sharpener might be good.
Well, was it the guy here that I bought the spell scroll off?
Yes.
And it was just the general store, wasn't it?
Yes.
But that was like his only one.
Yeah.
No. The one in Barovia is the one he hates.
Yes.
The one here
I
sold him
will
one
not
spell
buy
scroll and there was
from
like,
him.
go see Bacta.
Right.
Yeah, so he was the one that I like. I've tapped him out. That's okay.
Yeah, your best bet probably now is Kresk when it comes to merchants. Or Barovia. I mean, he's probably got loads.
Yeah, if I take it from Barovia, I'm taking it from Barovia.
Okay, so unless there's anything else people want to do in Valaki.
Yeah, I would like to have a glass of water in Anna's house and sit for a short rest.
I would like to attach a 6th lock to my door.
That's a clue.
Your mic switched again, Angie.
God damn it! I was saying another clue. And fucking god damn it! I said it before Susie did. Ugh!
No one heard you, so I get the credit.
I bet you Kevin heard it.
Nope.
So
Fuck
while
you,
they're
Kevin.
starting
Thanks for sticking up for your wife.
out, when they're getting all their equipment sorted, I am sitting in the kitchen with some water, short resting.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Right.
By the way, Anna's not mucking about when she's grabbing stuff. She's just getting it done.
Cool. So you get all that bits and pieces together, meet up, and start heading south. Well, with a slight detour to the west. Okay, travelling by the roads. While you're travelling, you do notice a few wolves off in the woods. And unlike before when you've noticed such things, they don't seem to be particularly interested in you anymore.
Well, fuck them too.
I.e., they don't consider you dinner anymore.
Okay, I guess. Alright, I'm doodling a grumpy Tefili while we're traveling.
Grumpy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Why
what's
is she
that be
grumpy?
grumpy about?
Hachi just outed her.
That's more
Oh.
humiliated to Feely, isn't it?
That's my fault.
Well, it's got to be bordering between severe embarrassment and humiliation. What happened there?
You don't know how Tefili reacts then.
Right. So, do we know exactly where Barbalai Saga is, or are we just going on the rough guesstimations?
You've got you know
Or where
where
her
you're
house
headed.
is, or whatever.
I mean, from what you know, from everything that's been described, would be a location known as the ruins of Berez.
More ruins.
It's not the same ruins as the ones that the Markovs were fucking with, though.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
The Markovs were messing with the ruins.
Oh, no.
The Babalai
Different
Saga
ruins.
is...
Different
Yeah,
ruins.
okay.
So I imagine, like, before we get super close, like when we're still, like, 300, 400 meters out, we'd be slowing the fuck down and getting stealthy and careful. I imagine.
Probably, yeah.
Is Kevin back?
I
Yes.
thought he was.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So you travel down the road on the Old Spalitch Road. The trail hugs the river for several miles. The dirt and grass soon turn to marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth pockmarked with stands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. These decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones.
Ah, standing stones. This is familiar. I don't want to be here.
Are we going stealthy from this point? Or as stealthy as we can manage?
Yep, that would be Anna's vote.
Switching shit.
Side-eyeing myself here greatly.
I'm really excited about stones because the last time we came across something like this, I got zapped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you also did an incredible amount
Yeah.
of damage.
You had an amazing
True.
lightning storm.
That's very
I
true.
I think that encounter was the single highest damaging encounter you guys have had.
there was a lot of shit to
And
kill.
Easily.
most of it
Yeah!
was you, Angie.
Yes, it was. Solid.
So once we get close, we're getting off the horses and trying to stealth.
Yeah, we're just gonna scout out would be Anna's preference rather than just walk up to her door, knock and go, hello.
So, with those results, basically what's happening is everybody's going stealthy, they're all going on that. But what Hachi and Alana have failed to realise, that if they're standing next to each other, their armour's going to clink every once in a while.
Where's our bird friends roll?
I don't think you can stealth in the air.
Sure you can.
It's incredibly
I do
difficult.
it all the time.
I mean, it's foggy out.
It is.
So, are you still following the road? Well, what's left of the road. There is a pathway. Road isn't really quite the right word for it.
I guess if we're trying to stealth, we're not actually on the road.
I mean, I know Anna would be skirting wide.
We could try something very stupid.
yes.
Because of my amazing stealth rolls, I can just walk straight up. Because they're going to know I'm here anyway.
I mean,
You
I
know what
think-
it is? Is your feet are getting stuck in the mud, so every time you have to like heave them out, they like clank.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll join you because I'm making a bit more noise than you are because I don't know how the hell you stop armor from making noise. I've had it for 3 days and it just constantly clanks.
Okay, as you start moving down the in the right direction further, you start to make out more and more of these village buildings that are collapsed and all that sort of stuff. Make perception checks.
Perception. Fuck!
Okay.
Woohoo!
Everyone
Just kidding.
except for Sven notices humanoid forms scattered throughout the villagey type area.
Mage armor.
Stationary humanoid forms. For everybody except Ilana and Sven, obviously. You notice that they are not only stationary, but they appear to be scarecrows.
Oh no.
I knew it.
How many do we think we see?
Walking down it, there's at least half a dozen.
Okay. Do we want to split up and skirt around Sven, Defile, and Anna, and then Ilana and I will just continue our walk? And should we get attacked, you guys pincer move them?
Anna's
down
gonna
for
nod and disappear behind a building.
Just tell me what I need to burn.
And Sven, I trusted that the second there's something unnatural to kill, you're gonna be a killing.
I mean, that's true, but just so our DM is aware, with that hint that I was fly stealthing, it would be apparent to you guys that I'd be in hybrid and I'd be 20 feet up. So
Okay.
I follow you guys anyways whenever we do stuff like this. I just like to try and see in the distance. So
Okay.
if anything pops out and attacks you, provided Mole doesn't say I lose sight of you guys, then yeah, as soon as you guys get attacked, just naturally Sven would swoop down.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
One of the things you start to notice as you get closer is toward the south end of the village lies the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It has been reduced to piles of stone and rotting timber. Empty arched windows stare at you south of the ruin. An untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls.
Nice.
Then
This is
there's
not
other
my
stuff
setting.
that you can see as well. So, just to the north of that, someone has built a ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what once was an enormous tree. The rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire like the legs of a gigantic spider. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats the upside-down, hollowed-out skull of a giant. Flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves. Scores of ravens are trapped in each one. They squawk and flutter their wings excitedly as you approach. What else is there? That one. And just about roughly the same distance as the mansion. So if you imagine it, you've got the hut here, then down just to the side, a little bit south, is the mansion, and then like past the hut in your view, so you've got the hut, but behind that, from your view, you can see a churchyard. Through the fog you see the empty shell of an old stone church, north of which is a cemetery of leaning gravestones enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. Half of the cemetery has sunk into the mire. And that's what you can make out from where you are.
Okay.
I mean, I could completely just,
Anna's kind of stealth around the corner, so she doesn't say that. But Lauren in my head thinks it's a great idea.
I mean, DeFeely's already like, is it flammable?
I mean, it's kind of damp because it's a swamp, but you could certainly
Is it
try.
flammable?
Alana,
Yeah.
you see this spider tree? This actual abomination?
Yep.
Well, it's just a tree
Have
with a hut
a-
on top of it.
Have a guess. I'll give you one guess where the vile creature lives.
I do wonder.
Such a tough one.
Oh, one thing I will do is you also see, as you are moving in, off to the east on the other side of the river, you've got the standing stones that were mentioned. A dozen moss-covered menhirs form a near-perfect circle in the spongy earth. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. A couple of them lean inward as if to share some great secret with their inscrutable neighbours. A wary-looking peasant woman lurks behind the tallest stone, a rusty lantern clutched in her gnarled hand and a dagger clutched in the other.
Oh boy.
This is just like a witch's haven. Like, this place is everything.
Yep.
It might be a coven.
I have
Sorry.
Make
possibly
perception checks.
Wait, did we allow any of the hags to escape?
One.
Yes,
The powerful
we did.
one.
but she did not escape to this. She did not run to this area. She ran the opposite direction.
Yeah, but it's now
Well,
been
3
almost a
days
week.
ago.
Yeah, but if she was going to run to safety, I feel like she would have ran to safety in the direction of allies. I don't think this is where they are.
I'm starting to learn from Milana about how to look at things.
Okay, the only thing you pick up from that, this is not the same woman from the hags in the
Windmill.
windmill.
Alright.
She has dark hair, for one. The others, they were like ratty brown hair.
So, with Sven just above us, the others are in hiding. It's really on us.
Anna's gonna prepare her crossbow, by the way. Both of them.
So what I think is probably the best bet is things are going to start hitting the fan in the near future, which I think from a meta level everybody can probably guess. We're starting to run out of time as it is, so I'm thinking what's probably best is if we finish slightly early tonight and then start off so we get pretty much this entire area in a single session.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Makes sense.
Yeah, saves us from cutting things off halfway through.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Especially for a couple of you.
Fuck you, Bashi.
Literally in one person's case, and in the complete opposite sense for somebody else. Well, two other people.
I
So-
feel like Ben was inspecting Anna the entire way down.
That's what he was watching.
Yeah,
Is
it's
she
why,
breathing?
it's why Sven's perception rolls have been so bad, is because he's been too busy trying to see whether Alana's alive. Sorry, whether Anna's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, does anybody want to hype anything?
I might be streaming later today. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, in which case I'm gonna have to recharge my headphones.
The usual from me. I stream 4 times a week. D&D on Monday and every other Wednesday. Art streams, video games, and general arsing around at all the other
Shenanigans.
stuff. Yeah. Lately we've been smooching a lot of dads.
I really want to get a Twitch team together, which is basically all the critters and artists and D&Ders and all that sort of stuff, all of us lot, as opposed to something else. Because I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
The problem is you need a full-on partner to start the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a team already.
Yeah, I know.
fuck
you
you.
need...
My collective.
No, I'm saying you need to be a partner to start a team. You don't need to be a partner to be on a team.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true actually, because I wanted to look into that a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to be changing it so affiliates can start teams or not, but I know that the way it was set up originally is you need to be a partner to start a team. But I think a nice dedicated team for the critter community of streamers would be quite cool.
Have a look in the Twitch communities, and
Yeah.
that is essentially the bypass for a team.
Yeah, it is. Right, so other than that, my announcements would be at some point in the near future, the vote should have finished. Let me check to see whether it changed since I last looked. Because last time I looked, one of them was in the lead by 2 votes. The question is how much I've... there we go. Yes, the final results are 34%, and the winner would be a cleric only one shot.
Ooh.
I will be getting people together to play it and figuring out exactly when, based on all that sort of information in the near future. So that's going to happen. Chances are, and I've come up with a really, really, really clever name. Instead of one-shot D&D, it's going to be one-class D&D.
Yeah, very nice.
Really clever!
Very nice.
So yeah, if it goes well, I might try and do a series whereby eventually go through all the classes, because that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Some of them will be more interesting than others. From a
Mo,
yes.
I have a question. Since she's had half a day to be thinking about this, and is about to probably go into battle and kill some things. Does Anna have any insight into what the fuck's going on with her pulse and breathing?
If you knew it, if it wasn't for the fact that you're up and walking about and all that sort of stuff, you'd assume you were dead.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Actually, I'll allow you to do a quick wisdom check.
Wisdom? Oh, but her wisdom sucks. Oh wait, that's a save. Oh, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay, the only thing that vaguely rings true is there was a while ago that there was a conversation that happened inside the party regarding necromancy is not the only way to bring people back from death.
Right, when we were in Argenvost. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, well, guess we'll leave that there. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. I shall see you next time, and hopefully, thank you very much for Rahadin's Ghost for the donation tonight, and I shall see you next time.